whatever happened to the keto book, the book deal, the 30-day challenge, and whatever else I was going to do. And let's get into it right now. This is a subject that I think would be very interesting for a lot of people who have been following my channel for a while. Excuse the noise. I have a little puppy here who is going to town on a carnivore bar. And I put it in one of those slow feeders, so he's biting at it. But let's get into this book and the 30-day challenge or anything else that I have not done. Which there's a few things. So a few years back, I got offered a book deal by a company called Victory Belt. And I was so excited. Jimmy Moore, which y'all know what happened to Jimmy Moore, recommended myself as a person that would be good to have a book published because he had a book called Keto Clarity, which I believe is the first real keto book besides Stephanie and Jeff Fullick putting out their book. But his book was the real first keto guide, and he had a lot of different people contribute to that book. So I think it was a great start. I was so grateful that I was chosen. I even asked, why me? I mean, at that time, I didn't have the knowledge I have today, but Jimmy said at that time that I did have a good voice, or a knowledgeable voice in the ketogenic space. The irony is, and I should really talk about whatever happened to the paleo diet, because that was, people said primal this and primal that, and like almost no one talks about paleo anymore, and it really shows you how trends come and trends go. But I got offered this book deal, and I was so grateful. So grateful. I was going to South Africa, so they wanted me to start writing right away, and I was like, I'm going to South Africa in less than 2 weeks for a month. It's going to be really hard to write a book, but being the Stephanie that I am, I was like, yeah, I'm going to try my best. So I tried. I really tried. And I didn't know anything about book deals. So when they actually sent me the contract, when I got back from South Africa, I had a lawyer look at it, and he was like, you know, and you feel so vulnerable to sign contracts. But to make a long story short, at that juncture, when you really look at the percentages per book, because you got to pay back editors and copy and graphics, and you got to pay all these things back. So the amount of money that I would have made per book would not have been astronomical. And they would own my content, I think it was for 9 years, the contract said. So I had a problem with some of those things, but I was still very grateful. I had this pressure to put out a book in 6 months, and I think it was less than 6 months. I think the pressure of having to squeeze out a book before the explosion, like, we need a book now because keto is going to explode. It just never sat right with me. It's like, I wouldn't have made that much money. I wouldn't have been proud of it. I felt this pressure. At any rate, I started to see the other books that it wasn't just me. They asked a few other people too. One of these keto women, you don't even hear about her anymore. And they started sending me the books. And they were awful. Keto Clarity was good. After that, absolute garbage. And I found out there was a woman that interviewed me for her channel. And I remember we were sitting at Sharky's in Hollywood for like 6 hours. And it's like a little restaurant. And she never ordered any food. Her husband did and I did. And I just kept feeling like eating disorder vibes. But at any rate, you're not even supposed to say that on the internet. How stupid, right? But I got vibes, and I remember asking her, so how's your ketogenic journey? Because she had a vlog all about ketosis and keto. And she said, well, technically I haven't even started the diet. I'm going to do it when I get home from this trip. And I was like, wait, you haven't even started this diet, but you write about it? She's like, well, I've got a degree in chemistry or something like that. I can't remember, but biology, chemistry, something. And I was like thinking in my head, and? Well, months later, they published a book by her. And that was it. That made me so mad that they would publish a book by a woman who barely even had started doing this diet. I don't even know she even started. I just know that 6 months prior when she interviewed me, she didn't know anything about the diet. She had not started the diet, yet was talking about it. And then she got a book deal on it? No. So I called them and I started complaining. They didn't like that. I said, I don't want to be with a company that will just publish anyone. So I asked to get out of the deal. And they were like, yes, please. You're a pain in the ass. Because I have my morals. I had them then, and I still have them now. There were so many varying factors, and one of those factors was I need to know more. I'm so glad. I would have made pretty good money, even though you don't make all the money. But because keto was trending at that time. But it's kind of like skateboarding. When I was skateboarding, I got offered a pro model very quickly. And I was like, I'm not ready. And a lot of people, I think, would jump at the chance. Like, really? I'll be, one of the first girls to have a skateboard with my name on it. Or, oh, I have my own book published. I'm a published author. But when you look at that work, like X amount of years later, you're not going to be proud of it. Now, any book that I publish, I'm going to be so proud because I have put down the blood, sweat, tears, and effort to learn as much as possible. And that was worth it to have not been published at that time for whatever the reason is or was. Yeah, because a lot of people are like, whatever happened to that book? I was going to call it the Ultimate Keto Bible. Now, I would never do any of that now because I realized that not one diet fits all people. And I didn't know that then. I was really thinking that like keto cured cancer and like I'm protected, right? If I do a ketogenic diet, I'll never get cancer. Like I really believe that. It's not diet, my people. Diet is one little slice of the pie. There are several slices of that pie, like detoxing and connecting with nature and exercise and the way you think. There are so many things more than just eating a high-fat ketogenic diet. But I am going to produce that book. I am going to do a 30-day challenge. Now I have a 30-day challenge. I worked on it, and I worked on it really hard. Note worked. I want to do so much, but I'm always by myself. And I do major things. I went from Hollywood to Texas, then to Tennessee with a horse. And the book, self-publishing book, really slowed down when I got a horse. I wasn't supposed to get a horse. I was supposed to lease a horse and then give it back to the owner. But Thunder, my baby, he was so abused, I ended up rescuing him. And that's when I started not being able to finish the book. It was like a crazy horse. They used to call him that mother-flucking horse because you couldn't ride him. He was nervous. He was depressed. And it's a whole story how I got Thunder. It's very interesting. He was basically a stolen horse and all this stuff, but an abused stolen horse at that. I put hours. I was going to go twice a week, 3 times a week. I started going every day, but for like 2 hours, which ended up being 6 hours. Then I would go 8 hours, 9 hours every day to see Thunder. And once I dedicated, it was like book, money, taking care of this animal. And I chose the animal. That's why the book didn't come out. I just ran out of time. Just had no time. And I tried to do high quality videos. I bought an expensive camera. I never even used it. I bought all the stuff for a studio. I filmed in a studio for a little bit, and even that became problematic because I would go to the studio in Hollywood and then drive to the mountains and see Thunder. I have all of these great ideas and a lot of integrity, but I have no time. Then when rhymes with Slovid, when that happened, I was like, oh no. See, you ain't gonna mess with me with this nonsense. I'm not doing this garbage. I'm not. Right away, because I was in California, I was like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I felt like I was escaping the camps of Germany in the 1940s. I literally felt like I was escaping. I didn't know what was going to happen to the world, and everything became second. And again, my safety and my horse's safety. And I took his butt with no trailer, no truck, and we went to Texas. And one day I'm going to do Steph's story time and talk about Texas. I mean, with pictures and videos. It was one of the most horrific experiences of my life. It was so bad. But it made me strong, because what doesn't KILULLU makes you stronger. And then I ended up in Tennessee. I literally, at some point in Texas, I think I was crying every day, but you guys didn't know this. And I would call my one friend in California, and every single day we were looking for, where do I go? I mean, I had a horse and no home. Just a Mini Cooper. I didn't have this camper. I didn't have anything. A book, the keto world, social media fame, none of that was interesting at that point. Nothing. And I stayed 1.5 years in Texas. I would have left the day I arrived had I had a place to go with Thunder, but I had no place to go. And then I made it to Tennessee. My mom was like, come here. I was like, I'm never going to Tennessee. I was stupid. Tennessee is amazing. And then I bought 10 acres with nothing on it. I was running out of a place to stay. I was so desperate that I put up a 2 acres. I have 10. 2 of those acres I had fenced before I even bought the place. And the agent screamed at me. He's like, I drove by and there's a fence there. I was like, because I know I'm going to get this place. The second that the deal went through, I came here. No water, no power, no nothing. And again, I have to choose life over books and website changes and, a film studio. I wanted to do a 30-day challenge. I did one a few years ago, like 4 years ago, 4 or 5 now. I just kept running out of time. It's doing a challenge, and I would make money, or taking care of my animals. I decided to take care of the animals. It's just the way I am. I clean up the poop in the front of my property because I don't want worms and parasites and bugs. Horses are normally running 30 miles for food. They're not staying in the same place crapping where they eat all the time. I just put a lot of care into them. I could spend hours. I could be outside for 7-8 hours a day with those animals and still not get done the stuff that I need to do to keep them all happy and healthy. Then I start building a house. Then I started taking care of my mom. And I found out some things that I didn't like on who was trying to take care of my mom previously. And I ended up getting power of attorney over my mom, and now I'm taking care of her. So when you hear me say 30-day challenge, it's not that I don't want to finish it or update my meal plans, which is another thing I need to do because it's all here. I literally run out of time. I've done so many crazy things that most people would never do. How many people would just move across the country with a horse with no place to go? To a town where you know not a single person. I mean, my mom, I moved her near me. My mom was an hour and a half away. Who does that? I got help from no one. I befriended the electrician. He started helping me with some things, but to take raw land and the house that I'm building now, my people, you guys are going to be so proud when you see it. And I've grinded myself to the bone, literally getting up on rafters myself, drilling in my own roof, because I'm not rich. I do everything finding a way to get what I want with not being rich. I don't have a lot of affiliate programs, and the ones that I have, I never promote. I don't have the mental space to just be in that video, promote, video, make money. Here's my sponsors. Here's my affiliate link. I just have enough time to research, take care of. I have a group of people that it's a membership. My clients that I coach daily, and my animals, and barely myself. Barely. I don't buy clothes. I don't go out. I don't do anything. I don't socialize. I just try to squeeze every drop out of life with what I have by myself. That's why you don't see the 30-day challenge being released, or my book hasn't been released, but it's coming. I am taking all of every might that I have to finish this house so I can move my mother in it, who is now in a wheelchair because she got schmaxed and she got screwed up because of it. I'm going to take care of her. I don't want her to be in a nursing facility another day. And I'm going to take care of her, and I'm going to take care of my animals, and I'm going to start having an amazing life. So be patient. The challenge is coming. New meal plans are coming. I'm going to build a new studio, and quality videos are going to be coming out. Somebody said I only see you from from the neck up, because I never do full body videos anymore. I just never do. But here I am, full body. The girl still got it. Still got it. You know, still got it. I still work out. I barely have time to work out, my people, but I get it in. That's another thing that I have to work out 6 days a week. If it's for 10 minutes or for 30 minutes, I barely make it 45. And I used to go work out 3 hours in Hollywood, California. but things are coming. Be patient. I'm turning 57 in a few weeks. In 3 years, I'm going to be 60 years of age. And all of my dreams are soon going to come true with having a home. It's coming. Energy. 30-day challenge coming soon. When I get into my home and I'm not in this camper anymore where the air conditioning broke and my heat broke and I have no water half the time, when everything is fixed and I can create a proper schedule, that 30-day challenge, all the affiliate programs, which there's a shoe company called, I even forgot, Fit something, I don't even remember. I put it in my show notes. I'm going to start promoting them because they're a great shoe company for people who don't want destroyed feet in conventional shoes. The Let's Get Checked company, I will start promoting them because they've got a lot of good blood tests. I just don't have the mental space to push stuff right now. Things are coming. Be patient. The book is coming. The 30-day challenge, it's coming. But remember, I'm doing everything by myself. And I'm out. Peace. Comment below. Share this content. That's how people find me, because I am shadowed and I am banned. And I don't mean Band-Aid. This is how people find me. And don't forget to like my channel, because the information I've been learning has been absolutely fantastic. Yes, this fermentation of the gut, game changer. Peace. Oh, my Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My course, you can sign up through stephanieperson.com. If you feel stuck, you need a consultation, stephanieperson.com. Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person, and I hate all these stupid names of all these different channels, and I'm out. Peace.